Well, it turned out exactly as I expected. He ruled against us on everything.
He's losing it. He was wild. I mean, I feel bad for anyone who represents him. He blurts out orders at his lawyers who are at the podium.
Well, Rudy Giuliani is having a no good, very bad week following yet another court appearance to discuss the fact that he has failed to forfeit $11 million in personal assets in order to compensate the election workers that he was found guilty of defaming. So, just as a refresher, Giuliani is currently dealing with a legal liability here, right? He owes Ruby Freeman and Shay Moss $148 million for falsely claiming that the two engaged in, ballot messing with the ballots, essentially election fraud. He's fighting tooth and nail. By the way, that was not true. That was defamation, which is why he's dealing with this $148 million judgment. And he's fighting tooth and nail to basically string the two women along for as long as he can. So far, though, Rudy has been told to surrender items like his 1980 Mercedes-Benz SL 500 that actually belonged to one of the most beautiful actresses in American history, Lauren Bacall. My best friend is named after her. His apartment in Manhattan worth $5 million and his luxury watch collection. Now, he's also been told to turn over cash from his bank account and some sports memorabilia, including a signed Joe DiMaggio jersey. However, Aaron Nathan, who's an attorney for Freeman and Moss, said that Giuliani had surrendered the car, but not the title. While the receivers have gotten access to the apartment, which is estimated to be worth over $5 million, Giuliani still has not delivered the keys, stock, or proprietary lease, they said in a court filing. Now, he did turn over the majority of his watch collection, 18 luxury watches to be exact, but he still has to turn over 9 more that he's like refusing to turn over, like he's holding on to them. And Giuliani's really upset. He's upset that his mouth got him into a lot of trouble. And now, because of the damages he caused to these two ladies, he's going to have to, compensate them. And so he went off on Judge Lewis Liman multiple times during the course of the hearing. The implications you are making against me are wrong. I have no car, no credit card, no cash. Everything I have is tied up. They have put stop orders on my business accounts and I can't pay my bills. So I'm going to pause before we get to the rest of this. I don't know if I believe him. I don't think he's broke. I mean, he did get debarred, and he did complain to Trump that Trump wasn't helping him out with his legal issues, and Trump threw like a fundraiser for Rudy Giuliani's legal woes as a result. But he does have assets. It just seems like he's unwilling to turn them over.
Yeah, he's slow playing this. Obviously, this guy got what he deserved. I think all of these people that followed Trump down, stop the steal, whether it be the kooks on January 6th and the people that showed up to DC to do that, or, the people that did these legal battles or like court proceedings and got smoked in court every single time. I think all of these people have gotten what they deserved, and Rudy Giuliani being dragged into court and having asset forfeiture as a result, I think is sweet justice. And I say that as a proud born and bred New York City person. Nothing makes me happier, I promise you.
So Liman, again, who's the lawyer for Freeman and Moss, warned Giuliani that he should let his new lawyer essentially handle things because Giuliani's not helping his cause at all by speaking for himself. Rudy Giuliani said, somebody has to tell the truth. Okay, well, we haven't heard from that person yet on your side, so let him have it. Like, I want to hear. Now, in addition to being very upset, Giuliani is likely furious over how the trial is impacting his special time with Donald Trump. So earlier in the proceeding, Liman refused Giuliani's request to delay the date of the trial, set to begin January 16th. over whether Giuliani has tried to shield his Palm Beach condo from creditors by falsely claiming it as his homestead. Giuliani asked for the delay in order to attend President-elect Donald Trump's inauguration on January 20th. Now, Giuliani's lawyer had argued that Giuliani regularly consults with Trump and wants to exercise his political right to be there. In denying the request, Liman noted that defendant's social calendar does not constitute good cause to delay the trial date. You love to see it, honestly. Okay,
on what planet do you get to tell the judge, hey, I had a party that I wanted. I got this big party. My boy just became president again and they're throwing a party. And I really, really need to be there, yo. Like, could we push this back just a little bit? The cocktails are gonna be crazy.
You know what though? It does show you how much people in a certain class, right? Like,
they expect the accommodations, yeah.
They
always
expect the special treatment. Whereas, you're just like an ordinary working class American who got in trouble with the law. You're not going to be making requests like this. Like, you'd be too ashamed to even try because you know it's going to get shot down immediately, right?
Bruh,
but
it's got to be a funeral or a graduation, something. Judge, I'm graduating from college that day. Can we please move it back? It can't be a party.
Yeah, seriously. Okay, so now let's get to the really fun stuff. So the tirade did not end there. It did not end in the courtroom against the judge either. Giuliani actually took it to the streets, okay? The mean streets, I think, of New York. Let's watch.
Well, it turned out exactly as I expected. He ruled against us on everything. Also, the trial he set down for the period of time during President Trump's inauguration, he really doesn't need to have it because he's going to rule against me. If you were sitting in that courtroom and couldn't figure it out, you're stupid. I've been practicing law for 56 years. This judge had actually written what he decided because he was reading from it. This has been true throughout the case. We've had not one ruling in our favor. His background is serious left-wing Democrat. Yes, he was appointed by Trump, but he was appointed by Trump because of the two Democratic senators and because in New York, we appoint Democrats. This is punishment. It's punishment for being the one who revealed, first, Joe Biden's 30-year criminality. I'm the one who revealed it, nobody else. He hated me since then. He's been trying to torture me, stop me, take everything away from me since then.
Rudy, you lied about two specific people and claimed that they had rigged the election. They played a hand in rigging the presidential election, which led to a ton of hatred, harassment, and threats toward these women who did nothing wrong. Okay? It's just amazing to me. When you make your bed, you are then expected to lay in it. But people like Rudy don't expect that. They don't expect any consequences for their actions. He's under the assumption that he can go ahead and literally try to destroy the lives of two individuals by completely lying about them and get away with absolutely no punishment whatsoever. I commend Moss and Freeman for actually fighting back. He defamed them. What's fair is fair. And you have to pay the consequences. You want to talk about the law? You want to talk about criminality? You want to talk about, I was a lawyer and follow the law. And if you don't, there will be blood, okay? Politically, legally, liability-wise, and all of that. And that's what you see here. I don't know why I keep quoting "there will be blood" this week, but I guess I just feel like doing it. Anyway, Waz, final thoughts from you before we wrap things up.
Those were the ravings of a man who knows that they have him by the short hairs and that he is finished. That's all I'll say about that.
Yep. Now, he's set to go back to court next month after Freeman and Moss asked a different federal judge to hold him in contempt for continuing to spread false claims about the two. So even with all the legal mess that he's dealing with, he keeps making the same mistakes and he keeps defending these two women.
Hey, thanks for watching that video. We really appreciate it, guys. And we appreciate it if you become members because that allows us to be independent, honest, progressive, all the things that you don't get from corporate media. And all of that is because of you guys. Hit the join button below and become one of us. Become a young Turk.